Good afternoon, everybody. This is Daswolfen, your elder geek lone wolf of the internet. And I'd like to thank you all for joining my stream. Looks like we've got Anima Confusia, Apollome's Minions, and Monkey Jeebus here today. And I appreciate you guys stopping in. Today, I've got several topics I'd like to talk about, and I forgot to silence my... Sorry about that. Forgot to silence my stream, so here we go again. I got several topics I want to discuss, and then for gaming today at the end of the session, I'm going to dig into my collection of Nintendo Entertainment System games. So some NES classics. And of course, I'll take requests as normal. So anyway, here we go for the first topic. Seems that Warner Brothers is deleting digital content that people have already purchased. This is the main reason why you should always have physical copies rather than digital copies of your games, your movies, your music, your TV, everything should be all physically backed up somewhere. Because they can just take it away from you. This comes from a report from someone claiming that Amazon had deleted their Final Space digital purchases. So, and they come back and they say that they may become unavailable due to licensing restrictions. And then, of course, there is the sad fact that if that happens, you're out whatever you paid for that media. That's why physical is always better. Now, I'm not saying don't have digital backups or don't have digital copies. Just make sure that you have a physical copy of what you want to keep. There's also another reason to have that is because there's changes that they can make to your digital copies that change from what you have originally purchased. They can go back and they can edit movies and remove songs from discs. That's just it's just why that physical copies are important. And I know everybody harps on it, but I figured that with this story broke, it's just another reason to point out that, hey, this is what we need: is we need physical copies. And I just want to stop and say hello to Kingsport Cal, Monkey Jeebus, and Martin Acosta Santana. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. So yeah, so anyway, back to the physical copies. Now, I have digital copies of all my stuff, but I also have tubs of my physical copies, my DVDs and my Blu-rays packed away in storage. But that's so I could have access to it online using Plex server. That's the I understand the importance of having digital access because how easy it is. If you're on the go, you don't want to. If you want to watch a movie, it's easier to have like a server or have a streaming service you can just watch the movie from. But unless you control that service, you're very likely to lose access to it at some point. It's just an inevitability. Inevitability. So, well, that's enough harping about that. Our next topic is something serious. I don't know if you remember, but last month, 2K, the publisher, was hacked. Excuse me. And they're now saying that people's personal information got out in the hack. And this is the same hack where leaked the leaked footage of Grand Theft Auto 6 came from. So if you have Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, if you have Red Dead Redemption 2, if you have any, um, if they have any of your data, you might want to go in and change your passwords as soon as possible. Now, they're not saying, of course, they always say this. They always say, we don't think they got any passwords, but they've been breached. So it's always a good idea to change your passwords when that happens. Like I changed mine as soon as the hack happened. Um, so as you see, they don't believe it. Your linked accounts didn't get hit, supposedly, but who knows? So yeah, that's or no, 2K is different than Rockstar. I'm sorry, I got them too confused. Rockstar's the one that got hit with that. 2K is your NBA online, NBA 2K games, your Civilizations, stuff like that. But considering that Rockstar was hacked and they did lose they lost control of that footage to some sort of ransom scheme, it's always a good idea to change your passwords. So, and from hackers to an idiot. Sorry about that, I was reading the story. This is Alan Moore. He is the writer of such important works as Watchmen, why is my brain not... Oh, V for Vendetta, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He has a lot of titles. He's worked on say Swamp Thing, but now he is saying A, that he's done with comics, and B, that anybody who's a fan of comics and an adult is infantile, and fans of comic book movies are effectively proto-fascist, which, means pre-fascism. I have no idea where this nut job gets off saying stuff like that, but then again, he thinks he's a wizard. That right there ought to tell you what's going on with someone like that in his mindset. I I don't know what else to say. He's obviously wrong, because there's no correlation between liking comic book movies and being a fascist. I'm sorry. That's just doesn't make any sense. Just like there's no real correlation between violence and video games. It's been disproven time and again. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Video games tend to decrease the amount of violence. Yes, I agree, Monkey. He's been nuts for years. But apparently every so often he just pipes up and says something nuttier. So I guess we gotta pay him some lip service. That's what he wants. But yeah, so I'm definitely done with whatever. I mean, it's not going to change my feelings about V for Vendetta or for Watchmen, definitely. But I haven't paid attention to what he's done in years. And this just means I'm going to continue not to pay attention. Which takes us from one idiot to another. Kevin Smith says making a Star Wars movie or Marvel is a fool's errand. Because apparently our fandom is quote-unquote rabid and tribal. Now, I can kind of see that, but the same token, if you made something that was close to the original source, the fans wouldn't get rabid and tribal, now would they? I understand. Fan bases are passionate. I'm passionate about stuff I'm a fan of, but then only gets triggered when you go of what um outside of what the character is. It's when you start gender swapping or race swapping or without a reason. There are few exceptions. For example, I didn't mind the race swap in uh, the latest Marvel Plus project or Disney Plus project, Werewolf by Night, of making Jack Russell, making him Hispanic. That didn't really bother me all that much. I mean, it didn't affect the story any. I mean, it doesn't affect the character any hardly. I mean, because he's still cursed. He's just the source of the curse is slightly different. But when you take something like, say, a recent example is Velma, the new series coming out from Mindy Kaling. She's turned there to South Asian, and Shaggy's now black. And Daphne was raised by two moms, and I don't have no idea what they've done with Fred. And there's no Scooby. So, that's a change that really did need to occur. I mean, she could have voiced Velma without any change. Hello, Aaron Copeland. Welcome to my show. Anyway, back to Kevin Smith. Monkey Jeebus is right. Or sorry, Kingsport Cal is right. They wouldn't give Kevin Smith the Marvel film anyway. Monkey Jeebus is also right that he gained popularity as the director who liked comics, but not necessarily really respects comics, I don't think. Or at least he doesn't. If he respected it, we wouldn't have gotten. If he respected source material, we wouldn't have gotten Masters of the Universe Revelations, but we did. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with that idiot. Oh, that's And now to another story. This is we'll go into movie news. Um, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, says he absolutely plans to make the Black Adam versus Superman movie. He said, "quote unquote," this is the whole point of this, man. And if The Rock wants to make it, it's going to get made. Now that Zaslav has gotten rid. Okay, Hamada's not officially gone until the 21st of this month, but he's basically sitting in his office going, guys, I'm still here. So with Zaslav, especially if this movie does decent, like I think it's going to do, I don't think it's not going to be $1 billion movie. It's probably going to hit about 800 million. A lot of that's going to be overseas, to be honest, but then The Rock's huge overseas. But then again, we haven't had a good DC movie for a long time, and this may actually get people into the seats, especially being as The Rock has been hyping this up. Now, granted, they made him wait a decade to make this movie. He's been trying to get it made for 10 years, and he's just now coming out this month, which is the 21st. But with him saying that he's going to make a Black Adam versus Superman, I believe him. I believe he's probably already got a script in mind. If he doesn't have the script written, he's got the notes for it. And yeah, and Monkey Jeebus, Superman is supposed to be, it's practically confirmed that he is in the, I don't know whether it's just the end of it or a end credit scene, but he's in the end of Black Adam. And in fact, they're using the John Williams theme for him, which is cool enough. That's almost enough to get me into the seat by itself. But um, I have a tendency to go to all these movies anyway. But so with that, that means it will. If that's going to be the next movie, then Black Adam versus Superman. That's probably going to push back Black Adam versus Shazam, unless they do Black Adam versus Shazam. But I don't think they want to wait with Cavill and have him that far out in far as projects and him, because people have been waiting to get him back in the suit for a long time now. And going along with this story, this is from Mikey Sutton, that Henry Cavill is to return to the sequel of Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Now, this was scooped on April 6th, but apparently it's been almost confirmed that they're going to do a Man of Steel sequel. Now, that might end up being Black Adam versus Superman. Which would make sense, I guess. Which would be a way to take care of both projects in one. Yeah, I agree, Martine. That's Shazam and Superman versus Black Adam would also be a nice way to do it. That would satisfy Shazam 3 and Man of Steel 2. Because Zaslav's looking for ways to save money. And that would be a way to do it, is just to have their next movies to be all combined. So, and over to Marvel news, we got some bad news. The Blade reboot's been paused as they look for a new director. And now that they're looking for a director, they're also looking for a new writer, because apparently Mahershala Ali was not happy with the script. There was rumored to be just a couple of fight scenes in it, and they weren't that good. Now, whether this means he's going to stay in it, at this point, I don't know if he's going to stay with the project or not. I guess it depends on how long it takes them to get a new director and a new writer and get the script out. So we'll see on that part. Hey, War Monkey, welcome. So that, well, what does this reboot mean, or the reboot pause being, what does it being paused mean? Well, it's going to shove a lot of projects back. And specifically, it delayed Blade, Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, Secret Wars. So Blade got pushed back to November 3rd, 2023 from September. Or moved from November 23, 2022 to September 2024. Deadpool goes from September 2024 to November 2024. Fantastic Four goes from November 2024 to February 2025. There's an untitled film which pushed from February 2025 to November 2025. Secret Wars been pushed back from November 2025 to May 1st, 2026. And the film that was originally there on May 2026 has been completely removed. Now, it looks like the Kang Dynasty is still in place to happen in its May 2024 slot. So that, or I guess May 2025, not 2024. So that will, that will, we'll see what other movies get delayed. Marvel has a tendency to delay stuff, and a lot of times that can be a good thing, that can be a bad thing. In this case, a lot of them I think it's going to be a good thing because for Blade it's important. I mean, they're delaying it by a year. That gives them more time to get the director lined up, get the script, make sure that Ali's happy with the script, and there's obviously more combat in it. Um, and well, I guess the last bit of news is some gaming news. Looks like Bully 2 from Rockstar is actually going to make it out. That it's going to be in development after they get done with Grand Theft Auto 6, which is a lot closer than I expected, thanks to the footage that was leaked last month. I guess it was 2 months ago now. But thanks to the footage that was leaked, you could see that it's a lot farther along than in the development cycle than I expected. So that means we could be getting Bully 2 a year or two after we get Grand Theft Auto 3. Hey, Mags. Or Grand Theft Auto 6. I know not everybody knows what Bully is or has played Bully. It's one of my favorite Rockstar games. I've played it a long time. I've owned it on every console I've owned, and I own 2 copies of it for PC. I bought the original, and then I bought the updated edition that they came out with. So, yeah, I Bully 2 should let you play as a Karen. That would be funny. So, well, that's the end of the topics I wanted to talk about. Let me pull up the chat here. Monkey Jeebus, yeah, a Justice Society versus Justice League movie would be awesome. I'm a huge Justice Society fan. So that's part of the reason why I'm excited about Black Adam, is because we get some of the Justice Society, not all of them. No Jay Garrick Flash, no Alan Scott, no none of the other classic ones. We do get, we get Dr. Fate, and we get Hawkman, and we get a couple of the younger, newer the newer members of the Justice Society. But it'll be nice to actually see. I'm just glad that they're paying attention. They've actually introduced them to the DCEU. And let's see, John Wick doing Blade would be awesome. Or John Wick director doing Blade. I don't know, Martin. I don't know if Justice League Dark is actually going to happen at this point, especially with JJ being JJ being persona non grata right now. So anyway, Bully 2, yeah, I had it for PS2. And like I said, I've had it for every the consoles that I've owned that had it, and I own it for PC. Yeah, the Justice League Dark animated series was good. So, well, that brings me to the end of the topics I wanted to talk about. I know it wasn't, it was only about a half hour. Uh, it's not a whole lot. I would like to bring up that we did lose Angela Lansbury today. Um, she did the Murder She Wrote, but she's also known for Beauty and the Beast. That's what most younger people will know her from. She was a longtime Broadway uh, and film actress, and it's really a shame that it's like we're at that. I'm at that age where people that I grew up watching and listening to are dying off. Now she 96, and yeah, she was 96, and hits 5 days till her 97th birthday, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so we lost another one, and it's death comes in three, so I'm just waiting for um the other two to drop over the next few days. So anyway, for the gaming section today, what I decided to do is I'm going to play some of play some classic NES games. So I will. Yeah, I know I need mods. I'll burn that bridge when I come to it. I'm not sure how to set those up exactly. I guess I'll learn before next time, and I'll ask somebody to mod for me. But if there's any particular game that you would like to see me play from the NES, let me know. I am going to start off with a little RC Pro Am. If you don't know what that game is, it's a racing game that's. Oh, well, hang on. Let me. It's a racing game that came out years ago. Let's see, what's the came out in 1988. You control remote control cars. Trying to get down to the cover here. Here's the cover. They made a sequel to it, but I'm going to play the original. And I got my handy dandy controller here. Now I'm still next month. It's going to be next month before I get the big controller, and I'll have to rearrange my whole setup uh, and run a second camera over to so you can see me playing from my chair because uh, the controller setup I'm building is huge. So I'll play Skater Door next. I haven't. That's another game I haven't played in forever. I did play a little bit of this to remind myself how the controls work. Okay. Oops. Did I hit edit? No, I hit add. Actually, before I start, let me jump out and. So I don't know who to make a mod. If anybody wants to be a mod, just say something. Okay, Skater Die and Alien 3. Anybody volunteer? Oh, there you are, Martine. Thank you for volunteering. Thank you, Mags. All right. Wow, I'm like gone full. Over and over and over on the thing. So let me get back to this. This game will be so much easier when I get the my setup with the big controller and have the the wheel thing, the spinner. Yep. Yeah, let's see if I can. All right, so much for that. I believe the next request was Skate or Die, so you can watch me fail at that. Well, Skate or Die, not 720. thought I had Skater Die. JK. There it is. Hey, 70s, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I have no idea how to do this. So you get to see me fail. This is hard. Yeah, we're gonna give this one a pass. I'm sorry, Kingsport Gal. I'm doing it with that. I don't have a regular NES controller, so when I go to whenever I go to do something, it's not, the buttons aren't lining up the way they should. Yeah, I cheapened out. I went to easy mode. Oh, come on, I was shooting. Do I not have a gun? I don't have a gun. Oh, okay. Yes, I suck at NES games. And I got somebody at my door. I will be right back. Alright, Yeah, it was a package. Oh, apparently I got more than one gun. No, the games, you have to, let me show you what Launchbox is. You have to get the games yourself. Launchbox is just a simple front end for all these emulators. So as you can see, all the different consoles I have several that you have to get them at ROM sites. Oh, Jedi SMV. Hi, Sex. Anyway, let me go back to failing at Nintendo Entertainment Games. Let me see if I can find one that I won't fail at as hard. At least not that won't be boring for you guys to watch. This is going to take a second. Yeah, you're much better than I am. I'm also playing on a Xbox 360 controller. I'm sorry for being so bad at these. I believe someone said something about X-Men. Let's see X-Men. You have this, though. I have no idea. It's just a covering. You know what? I'm just going to play something I know I'm good at. Actually, it's 5 o'clock. I think I'm just going to call it here. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these streams. I see that the randomness isn't going to work, and I need to do more planning on uh, the topics and have more topics and stuff. So, well, thank you very much for joining me, and have a good day, all.